Hey everyone, welcome back to the Inward Spiral. I'm Nicole Ivy, and I've been away for a little bit, about 3 weeks now. It's been kind of hectic. I've been having some symptoms that were not very fun. Went to the ER. Um, Everything is fine, and I think I have it all figured out now. Um, But I just thought that I would come on and let you know that there may be some changes to this channel because I feel like I've kind of carved out this very specific lane for myself and I'm having trouble staying in it. Um, and this is a pattern that I've had before. I've had blogs in the past. I had this YouTube channel in the past and I did the same thing. Was talking about similar issues, but I felt very like I had to stay in this tiny box that I created myself. So it's a lot of like pressure. I put a lot of pressure on myself to be a certain thing and then thinking like, well, I can't talk about what I really want to talk about today because it doesn't fall in line with this channel that I created to be this specific thing. And I was feeling that and along with all of my obligations and responsibilities for my family and then getting extra hours at work and feeling like I had no time for this at all. Because this takes a lot of time. You wouldn't think that it does take a lot. Because there's all of the planning, then the scripting and the editing and the thumbnail and the description and keeping organized and finding the time to actually record when it'll be quiet. It's a lot. So I wasn't getting any time to do that, and I wasn't getting any time for any self-care. So I kind of had a little bit of a breakdown, and I felt physically weak, had a hard time breathing, was getting weird pains and numbness and lots of weird symptoms. I thought something was seriously wrong, but pretty sure got it all figured out. So I'm still working on it. I'm still like recovering. Part of it is I am a highly sensitive person and I was taking on too much and having no time to myself and no self care. The other part of it is, I'm getting older and hormones are changing. And I've got to start taking better care of myself, which is why I got myself these flowers. They're so pretty. I saw them in the grocery store last week and I was just like staring at them like, oh my God, that's the most beautiful shade of orange roses that I've ever seen. And I didn't ask my partner to get them for me. I just didn't say anything. And I just walked by. But then I've been thinking about them ever since. So I just screw this. I'm going back and I'm getting myself those orange roses. And so I did. And they make me very happy to look at them. They're so pretty. It just makes me smile just looking at them. But little things like that I feel like are really important when, especially when you're not feeling well or you feel like you're not appreciating yourself. Like it's a good way to show yourself like, I appreciate you. I know that you're working really hard and that you deserve something beautiful and you deserve some rest and to be taken care of. And so I just wanted to give myself that. And, I was giving myself permission this week to ask for help. And I wasn't doing that before. I tend to just suffer in silence and just keep taking on more. Like, I'll take care of everything. And I just feel this pressure to take care of everything and everyone and to be perfect at it all, to be everything. And it's just not sustainable. So I am still working with this people pleasing tendency. And I have felt like a shift happening though. There are certain things that after a few strange dreams that I've had over the last few weeks, I feel like the last one that I had, I woke up and I just felt this sense of, well, I'm not really angry about that anymore. And now I feel like forgiveness for that. And it's weird and unexpected, but I feel like there's some things I'm starting to let go of. And I'm starting to realize I was holding on to a lot of anger. And part of it is because I am trying to do it all myself, even though I have people in my life that can help me if I just ask. So these past 3 weeks that I've missed, I've had some, you know, learning to do. And, I will be back, but I don't feel like I'm going to be as rigid in my topics. Not that it was rigid before, but it feels like that to me. Whenever it starts feeling like I can't do this because I don't feel like I can say anything that I want, I end up just tossing it and not finishing it or not following through because I feel boxed in and I just want to break out. So that's what was also happening with this, even though I have only been doing this for a couple weeks. Already, it's starting to feel like not a burden. I can't think of the word. It's starting to feel limiting. So I kind of have to rethink some things, and I don't know if I'm going to change the the name of the channel, but I do want it to be more inclusive of things like my beliefs and opinions on certain things that are important to me. I want to feel like I can talk about those things without having to be this shiny, clean image of this just spiritual, personal growth person. Because I have that side of myself, but there's just a lot more. Obviously, everybody is more than just one thing. So I want to talk about a whole different thing, a whole bunch of different things. And it's just, it's part of one of those mandatory things that I have to do for myself. Like, it's not optional. Like, I have to be able to express myself. I have to be able to take care of myself, do my self care, my alone time, my creativity time, and, as well as trying to get my financial situation in better health and work on everything. Like, it all goes together, it's all related. So I feel like that's the way to weave it in. Like, the common denominator here is me. So uh, I know that everything relates. Um, and that's what I like about holistic thinking. You can see the interconnections between all different kinds of things. So yeah, it might be a little bit different going forward. And I'm sorry to those of you who might not be interested in this channel anymore, but I'm still going to talk about all the things that I set out to talk about, which is, self awareness, self acceptance, self expression and authenticity, and self actualization. I'm still going to talk about those things, but I have to be able to make room for my full self. Otherwise, I can't show up at all. And that's just the way it is. It's just the way it's got to be. So I really appreciate you for being here. I'm sorry that I've been away. I'm sure you survived without me these last 3 weeks. But I'm going to be back to it next week. And, I just had to take it easy as I'm still kind of like in burnout mode and recovering. So I appreciate you all for being here. Anyway, I hope you guys are gonna stick around, but either way, um, I hope that you're having a good week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.